You sit down in the dark theater. The movie starts. It is a gritty survival thriller, and a few minutes in, a dog walks on screen. Almost immediately, your stomach ties itself into a knot. We have been trained to brace for impact. Decades of watching films like I Am Legend have conditioned viewers to raise an immediate emotional armor. We assume the animal is there to be sacrificed for a cheap, manipulative emotional beat. Yet 2026 has seen a shift toward the canine companion. High-profile directors like James Gunn are suddenly placing dogs at the center of their biggest blockbusters. There is a stark distinction here. It is one thing to feature a superhero pet like Crypto who can fly through brick walls. It is a different gamble entirely to put a grounded, vulnerable animal into a brutal survival narrative where the stakes feel permanent. For a grounded survival film to succeed in this climate, filmmakers have to find a way past that learned audience armor. They have to earn our trust before they even show the first frame. Which brings us to Heart of the Beast, releasing September 25th. Previewed at CinemaCon, it positions itself as the gritty exception to standard summer formulas. Knowing the exact psychological hurdle they faced, producer Richard Raymond deployed a highly unorthodox marketing strategy. He explicitly spoiled a major plot point by promising that the dog does not die. This graph shows a standard survival thriller's tension trajectory. Films rely on withholding information, forcing audiences to guess who survives. But when that dread is removed, anxiety over the dog's fate drops to zero. The audience engages with the plot, causing story investment to skyrocket. Deliberately eliminating the easiest form of tension, animal death, is a masterstroke. It buys deeper, sustained audience investment. They are no longer watching the film through their fingers. The narrative of Heart of the Beast is built on a simple, primal inciting incident. An ex-Special Forces soldier and his dog survive a catastrophic plane crash in the Alaskan wilderness. Odin, a retired combat German shepherd, is a central character with as much narrative weight as his human counterpart, James Belmont. Belmont is played by Brad Pitt, who is also steering the project behind the scenes as a producer. Pitt recruited director David Ayer, a filmmaker known for a style of relentless, immersive harshness. Their previous collaboration, the World War II drama Fury, established their shared interest in heavy, uncompromising realism. This creates a paradox. Ayer's style is so exceptionally brutal that a survival story about a dog would normally be too exhausting to watch. Without a guarantee of survival, the sheer weight of the film would cause audiences to tune out entirely. This spoiler functions as a necessary emotional anchor, balancing the weight of Ayer's brutal filmmaking so the audience can actually endure the experience. That experience is grounded in the isolated Alaskan wilderness, a setting defined by its unforgiving scale. To achieve this look, the production moved to the rugged topography of Queenstown, New Zealand, facing a grueling practical outdoor shoot. Balancing the survivalist grit is breakout star Anna Lambe, who brings a quiet intensity to the human element of the story. The combination of an authentic cast and a physically demanding production environment amplifies the raw, primal stakes of the narrative. The industry is currently grappling with franchise fatigue, a state where theaters are dominated by complex, interconnected lore that eventually collapses under its own weight. In response, some filmmakers are exploring an anti-franchise formula, which pivots away from cinematic universes in favor of simple, primal storytelling. Heart of the Beast serves as a case study for this model. It leverages pure emotional connection between a man and a dog, rather than relying on complex world-building to hold the viewer's attention. There is an inherent power in this simplicity, a man and a dog walking in sync against the elements. By prioritizing the survival of that bond over the shock of a character death, the film delivers high-stakes thrills that remain accessible to an audience that has learned to be defensive. It respects the viewer's psychology while still delivering the tension they came to see.